here from Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks so much for tuning in. You guys know how much I love making fandom soaps, and the biggest fandom of them all I find is Harry Potter, at least for me, and I know there's a big following for Harry Potter of all ages. I've made a couple soaps themed around the movie and the books. One of them being the butterbeer, or the buttery wizardly brew as I call it, that I make into a soap form, and it often sells out. So if you haven't got to try it yet, it will be restocked in the shop update this Friday. You can get your hands on one. I thought since it was selling so well, it's time to move on and maybe try different Hogwarts houses and focus in on each and every one of those houses. I'm going to be starting off with Gryffindor today, and eventually the plan is to make the other three down the line, and then eventually down the line from there. I'm going to try and get them all into the shop at the same time. Maybe that is the goal. But hey, wands at the ready, and let's get to soap making. Okay, so I'm going to start off as usual by pouring in my lye solution into my oils. There's coconut powder in here, coconut milk powder in here, and kaolin clay. I also use sodium lactate. This creates a harder bar, it cuts down on shrinkage with curing, and it just makes for an easier release in my molds. So I'm going to give this a mix, and then we're going to split this up into our colors. Alright, so I've got a light trace there. I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to grab my scale because I'm doing two different colors here. I want to do stripes, but I also want them to be even, or as even as I can possibly get them. So I'm going to split some of this off into here. Okay, and then I'm going to put my colors into these two. I'm doing a ruby red mica by Nurture into one of these, and that is to represent the house colors of Gryffindor, so scarlet is what I'm going for on this one. So we'll add that to this batter. And then into this guy I've got some Fool's Gold, and this is from Soapbox Micas. I'm going to add some of that in there, and then we'll get each one of these mixed in. That is pretty. I think I nailed those colors really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my mold over here, and I'm going to start pouring in each layer as if it were stripes of the gold and the scarlet. The fragrance that I just mixed into this is called Harvest Moonlight by Crafter's Choice. And I'm going to start with the gold color, and I'm going to pour in hopefully an even layer of this gold. And then I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to go in and pour in a layer of the scarlet and just kind of go on from there. I wish you guys could see this little cardinal that just landed outside of the window. It is just so pretty. Oh, it saw me. Okay, let's pipe this. And doing something new today. I can hear myself talk. That's really weird. Doing a voiceover for this just because I wasn't happy with my rambling when I was putting the icing on this. I thought I would talk to you guys a little bit about Gryffindor just because it's a Gryffindor soap. J.K. Rowling put so much thought into everything in her books, every character, everything. Like, the story is so detailed. She really thought about everything. So with Gryffindor, they stand for courage and bravery and moral standard and just being heroic. And their colors are scarlet and gold, which is why I chose these colors for the soap. The red or the scarlet can represent fire, and when you think of fire, there's passion. And the gold is kind of like being the best or winning the gold medal or having a heart of gold. So that's where those color schemes come from. Their mascot is a lion, also a phoenix. The phoenix that's in the movie and in the books can also represent Gryffindor as well. So Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling's birthday falls on July 31st, and I'm sure there's no coincidence there, which makes them lions or Leos, which is their sign, or fire is also their element sign. So there it goes back to the sign of having lions and fire and that stuff. Here we go again. Group of lions is called a pride, so you know Gryffindor, they are very prideful in everything that they do. Phoenix also fire and the same colors, so that's really fun. And then the common room is also built around being a Gryffindor. Each house has a different common room, and they all have their own themes. I think the common room for Gryffindor is very cozy, which is where the scents come into play, why I chose the scent. I put out a questionnaire on Instagram of what a Gryffindor soap should smell like, and I've got a lot of different suggestions. There were a mixture of these or repeats of these, but here's a list. There was sandalwood, smoky, amber, nutmeg, spicy orange, cinnamon, leather, fireplaces, peppercorns, fire, whiskey, honey, cedar, campfire, vanilla, spicy, fall, orange, spicy. Again, like there's a combination of all of those things, so it helped. The fragrance that I picked out is a spicy, creamy, let's see what else is in here. There's mahogany woods, cinnamon, nutmeg, black peppercorns, pureed pumpkin, whipped cream, and vanilla bean. So I really thought that just included all of those scents in there. I definitely want to use those recommendations to do other Harry Potter soaps, and I'm just putting on some melt and pour on here before I put on my little gumballs, and I've made them the two different colors as well, the scarlet and the gold. Yeah, I want to do other Harry Potter soaps, so I will also use these suggestions in the future. If you guys want to see other Harry Potter houses and you have a suggestion on what you think that should smell like, you can leave them in the comments section down below. If you had to pick a a Hogwarts house, what would you pick? I think Hufflepuff. I mean, I'm really in between like Hufflepuff and Gryffindor. And I also want to do other houses, so you guys let me know which one I should do next. And there we have it. We'll let this sit for 24 hours and we'll come back to cut it and see what it looks like on the inside and stamp it. That's the most important part. We're gonna stamp it. Ta-da! I will let this sit and then I'll come back, and the showstopper is going to be the stamp that I'm going to put on the outside, if you guys can guess what that's going to be. Alright, back to cut it. Came out of the mold really nicely. So far the layers on the sides are looking really good. So let's see what it looks like. Look at those straight layers. I love it. So I still have to put the stamp on the front of it, but this is really nice. I'm also going to leave a little video at the end of this. I made a purchase from Soapy Oaks Farm. He had a sale going on for International Women's Day, and I took advantage of it because, well, it was very sweet of him, and I've been wanting to try his soaps. So I'll leave that unboxing at the end of this video. I'm going to cut one more here, and then I'm going to get the stamps together on it. Yeah, I'll leave also the eye in the upper, it would be your left hand corner of the screen if you want to vote. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a very nice day, and I'll smell you later. This one will be available on, I'm all out of order here, it'll be available on March 29th, so there you go. Okay, so every now and then I like to support, why do I have trouble saying that word? Support a fellow soaper. I think that's what I'm trying to get out of here. And as you guys can guess, there's no shortage of soap in this house, but always nice to try someone else's work. So I made a order out to Patrick at Soapy Oaks Farm because he was having a sale for National Women's Day, and I thought it would be really sweet to just try out some of his products because I watch him here on YouTube and I've loved everything he's done. He works with a lot of all natural ingredients, essential oils for his scents. He has some goats and he puts goat milk in a lot of his soaps, and he uses a lot of botanicals, some of which he grows himself and dries and grounds up. So I've got some Petal Smooth. This looks like a very luxurious cream that I thought would be really good for any dry spots like elbows or heels. He also says it's really good for like stretch marks and scars, so we can try that out. Oh, this soap that I just pointed out to you. This is the soap he made in our beer collaboration. That is a really, really big bar of soap. It says it's 6 to 7 ounces. It's called Leprechaun Bubbles, and it's got some activated charcoal, clover leaves, basil, lemongrass, orange, lavender, clove bud. He uses Shiner Bach in this. It is a really, really nice bar of soap, and I can't wait to try that. Let's see what else we have here. So this is the other one that I've got. This is called Forest Beyond. I love anything to do with a good forest, or the colors, I guess, the green and the scent, and it just looked like a very magical looking bar of soap. So can't wait to try that one either. Gosh, these are really, really big bars of soap. I am so surprised. And I believe, oh, yep, we've got some hemp. Look, he sent me, this is so cute. These are his little hemp hearts. And he put hemp heart infused almond oil and hemp oil in that. So I've never used a hemp soap. Really excited about that. And this is, see if I can open this without making a huge mess. This is some of the botanicals that I was telling you about. This is some juniper coming from a tree on his land that he has dried and ground up into this cute little powder, and this is going to be really great to put into some soap that I'm not quite planning yet, but it is always laying around for something that I might want to do last minute. Whether put it on a soap or put it in a soap, I get to use some of his botanicals. So I've got to thank Patrick for all of these awesome products. I can't wait to try them. You guys can go check out his channel and his Etsy shop and see if there's anything that you would like to try. So thank you, Patrick, over at Soapy Oaks Farm.